Welcome. That was a fast transition. Welcome, welcome, welcome. See, it shows that I'm streaming on TikTok, but I don't think I'm streaming on TikTok. I don't really think it's live. So I don't know. TikTok is just I feel like there's an issue with I feel like I got to do TikTok separately. I have the studio downloaded. I have the apps downloaded. I got everything. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it, but I don't want studio mode. I don't like studio mode on Streamlabs. But we're supposed to be live on TikTok, but I have no idea if I'm live on TikTok. I tried checking my TikTok again to see if I show up live on there. Let's look and see if we're live on TikTok. I don't know if I'm live on TikTok. I don't even know how to tell if I'm live. I don't see a little live thing. I'm gonna ask my son if I'm live on TikTok. Actually, I'll ask my daughter. Hold on a second, folks. All right, my daughter's checking that, so forgive me, folks. Because I don't think it says streaming, but it doesn't say online. It's so weird. It's just showing me this. Okay, I see Kayla joined. Hi, Kayla. Do you hear me or do you just see my profile? Okay, you can. Oh wait, I'll say it in the voice of Uncle Dan. Hi, Kayla. All right, so okay, that's working now, I guess. Well, now that we're here for probably like 3 minutes on TikTok, um, we're just gonna keep this page open. From here, we're gonna pop this open, and I'm just gonna come back to there, and we're gonna talk about Tournament Sense and the update of which I messed things up, which is the latest version 2.1.1. And Kayla, give me like 10 minutes. I'll be done with this recording. This isn't going to be an hour long because I'm not actually showcasing any product stuff. Just going over a couple little things. So, real quick, when I started this journey with the bowling app, which is currently out here, we currently have the bowling app out in the wild. It's been about a year in the making, just about a year to the day ish, that when I started developing Tournament Sense. And if you asked me then if I ever thought that I would have about 500 downloads and a professional bowler advising me and another sponsored professional bowler from a regional level, I'd say no, you're crazy, right? And the fact that I actually have users that actually provide great feedback on the app means a lot to me. It means that people see the vision in which I created and they want to share in that. And, for that, I'm very grateful. We do have some pro users, which that I'm even more grateful. My goal is always to make the app pay for itself, and it's definitely not paying for itself right now. But got to start somewhere, right? It starts with one user, and one user other than myself to have a belief in you and what you do. So we developed an ecosystem within the bowling industry, and right now it has a bowling app, a coach app, and the director app. The coach app is probably about 90% done. There's a few polishes that I got to do before I push it out to the beta. And the way the coach app came about was I get lessons by my coach, Aaron Major. Great coach. Honestly, it's one of the best things I've done for my game is work with Aaron. If you ever need a coach, you should definitely check out Aaron Major as a coach. I love him. Also, there's Coach Marty down there at Lang's. Marty Jones. Great gentleman. He's another fantastic coach. I don't personally work with Coach Marty, but I see him working with a lot of the youth down there at Lang's. Another great coach. But that's why I created the coaching app, is so I can remember my sessions with my coach, have notes, and so I built a tool for him. Hey, Danae, love you. That's my other daughter. So then we also have the Director app. And the reason I created the Director app is, one, I despise League Secretary and all the ads that they pop up. I understand why they do it. I totally get it, because one ad generates next to nothing for ad revenue. So they spam you with a bunch and they get a lot of views because they got thousands of people checking out those standards pages. So I understand why they do it, but it's a terrible user experience, especially since leagues pay for that and they then charge the bowler to pay for that as even more. So I don't like it. So I thought of that, and I thought Tournament Bowl was outdated. And even though I don't use it, and I also participate in a bunch of tournaments where they use Google Sheets and whatnot. And to me, it's like, come on, it's 2026. There's better solutions out there. I wanted something that's integrated with my bowling app, so I created Tournament Sense Director, and that's where most of my development the last 2 weeks has been, outside of fixing a couple bugs in the bowling app. And while doing so, I ended up actually instituting another bug inadvertently into the bowling app. So what happens is I have these in what's called a mono repo. I have, one main development account, and then I have a subfolder for each of the other apps in the system, which is the coach app, the director app, and I have a management app, and I also have a bench test app, which is an automated testing machine. It runs a bunch of automated testing, security stuff, and whatnot against all the apps all the time, as well as a Pro Shop app, which is coming. So eventually you'll see Pro Shop over here. There'll be a nice little Pro Shop app over there. And again, this is just stuff that I like to use. So I really wanted integrations within my own personal app. Like right now, I finish a thing, I take a screenshot, I send it to Aaron. Right? I send it to my coach every time. After I'm done bowling, I send him screenshots. So he sees how I perform. So he knows at my lesson, oh man, I got to work corner pins with Luigi again because he's constantly messing up his corner pins. So for that, I like that. So now within the coaching app and the bowling app, I can easily share that. So he'll automatically get it. He can just pull it up. He'll have a history of it instead of having to scroll through all our text messages talking about bowling and how bad I'm doing and stuff I feel like we need to focus on, or just how I felt during a game. He'll be able to see that easily. So I have a lot of interest in the director app, and I really want to get that going, especially by the fall time. I want to have it actually released by the fall, because I haven't hid the fact that I'm trying to take out League Pals, because that's an even worse app than the other two that I mentioned. As a user, I despise that app, so I try to create something better. So while I was doing that, inside the environment, I have a development environment and I have a production environment. And inside the production, hi AT, how's the baby? Hope she's doing well. I have a production environment and a dev environment. Well, they use different config files to access those databases, but the same core files are there. And what happens is once I do a release build to the public, I take that copy and I move it to a separate folder. Then I know that's the last known working copy. So in the event that I bork something up during the development phase, I still have a good known copy, as well as I push up to a private repo in GitHub, just to have extra backups. So I kind of have all this stuff in place, but what I didn't realize is when I switch to a prod environment to director environment, I copy the files over that are required for the system to talk with the appropriate database. I was working on the director app. I was in the dev environment, and I built the bowling app. So I inadvertently sent some users to the dev environment, and we since rectified that. Luckily, Apple did a quick job on approving the update. So that is out now. So the update is still there. However, for some users, like myself, I created a sign-in loop, if you will. So I now have another update which is going out, and I fix another bug that a user reported at the same time with the bowling centers, adding a bowling center. I fixed that in there. So 2.1.3, which is just pending approval from Apple and Android. Android will probably be up and posted tonight because they do phenomenal about updating it. But I wanted to get out here and do this quick live. And I was originally planning on showcasing the Director app tonight and then kicking off the official beta for the Director app. But that got sidelined. I didn't even get to go bowling tonight because typically I was going to actually go live later tonight after I came home from bowling. But since I was home, I came home because I was like, this is urgent. I need to work on this update because it impacts people, and I don't want people impacted, especially when I have pro users that are paying for a yearly service within the app. I really want to make sure that they're getting the level of service they deserve. So I came home and I worked and fixed those bugs up. So yeah, that's my update for today. Really, it's just that. Next week probably we'll work on showcasing the Director app, and then kick off the official beta for the Director app, because they're going to be there are a couple users that are using the Director app pre-beta, but that's because I value their opinion, and they've really been pushing me to set the bar high uh, on the product overall. Um, so that's it. It's a quick little update. I actually spoke for 15 minutes on a previous live and realized my mic was off because that's the type of day I'm having. But work-wise, I had a great work day today, if you guys care about that. My work day was actually pretty good. Saw a new customer and stuff, and yep, just like that, kicked off of 10 minutes, and I'm kicked off of TikTok, I guess. Guess that's all TikTok likes is 10 minutes. I don't know. I used to stream it for hours, and all of a sudden, after 10 minutes, it's like sayonara. Probably because I'm just not showing it. Maybe I gotta make my video larger for TikTok because it doesn't detect me moving around and talking. It just sees a stale screen right here. But I'll take the 10 minutes on TikTok. But that's it. I just wanted to come on, touch base about those couple of bugs that will be fixed. If you were an impacted user, please reach out to support@tournamentsense.com. And I did email everyone so you could that was affected by the dev bug. I call it a dev bug, but in all reality, it was the developer bug, right? That was me, the developer. I'm the only one currently working on the project. So that's it, folks. I don't know if there's anyone who has any questions. I don't even know if anyone's actually viewing this, but I still do these anyways because why not? Yep, I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this. This is coming up nice. This app is going to be so beautiful, especially the way. Oh man, it's going to cause people to step up their game, and then I just got to get people to use it. So that's to be the biggest challenge, is getting people to pay for it. So that's it, folks. Spread the word. TS Bowling, Tournament Sense Bowling, the best bowling app out there, in my opinion. Only because I make it. There are some actually really good apps out there, but none is better than Tournament Sense because you work directly with me, and I'm awesome. Who doesn't want to bowl with me? A lot of people, but that's a story for another day. So, peace out, Cub Scouts.